Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, we should all be feminists. Well, this is a topic that makes my blood run faster. Let's go with the quote. Quote, "Gender matters everywhere in the world, and I would like today to ask that we begin to dream about and plan for a different world, a fairer world, a world of happier men and happier women who are truer to themselves. And this is how to start. We must raise our daughters differently. We must also raise our sons differently." End of quote. Not so long ago, I was on a birthday party. A friend was celebrating her 40th birthday. There were 15 women in their early 40s. They did their best to look happy. They dressed up, put makeup on, did their hair, did their nails. They laughed out loud at each other's jokes, but they have laughed at those same jokes many times before, and they laughed a bit too loud. Each one has a story worth a book, sad book, disturbing book, with no change on the horizon, without a belief that a change is possible. Women who some time ago lost their lightness and effervescence, whose dreams haven't been fulfilled, who are disappointed in their marriages, skeptical about love, whose mantra is word duty, who are about to start believing it is so difficult because they are doing the right thing. We make ourselves prisoners of life. My friends live in a society where they are expected to do so, where you want to save your marriage no matter what, where only the lucky ones are left by their cheating husbands, where things are done for the sake of children, for the sake of parents, for the sake of what will people say, where men are more free than women. Every time I see a woman bow her head in front of a man just because he's a man, it makes me sad. Every time I see a woman choosing not to say something because it might prove a man wrong, it makes me sad. Every time I hear a woman saying, "My husband said this, my boyfriend said that," it makes me sad. As if the fact that it was said by a man strengthens her argument. Every time I see a woman trying to be, act, or look like a man, it makes me sad. It makes me sad and angry at the same time. I am angry at both, men and women. It's humiliating for both, men and women. Men who think they're entitled to privilege, that it's their birthright to come first. Self-righteousness with which they interrupt women talking, condescend, ignore, make decisions on behalf of women, humiliate, underestimate. Women who support and feed that belief, who choose to be submissive and silent even though they are aware of the injustice being done to them. Men who make promises that never happen. Women who pretend to believe those promises. Men who make false accusations. Women who try to explain and justify themselves. Men who raise their daughters to take the role of their mother. Mothers who raise their sons to take the role of their father. Men who dispute women's equality. Women who are proving their equality. We are not equal. We were not born equal. We were not meant to be equal. It is not about equality. It's about respect and being equally respected. Men who say they don't do it. Women who say they can't fight it. Men who call women hormonal and hysterical. Women who reject women who dare to break free. Men who say women are weaker gender. Women who repeat it. Women who know better, who can better, who deserve better, and yet do nothing. The fact that I was just like those women makes it even harder for me to watch. I don't like to be reminded that I was a woman who hated the system, and with everything I was doing, I was helping to keep it alive. It's not someone else's problem to solve. It's everybody's problem. And everybody's response is a solution. Is it that I have to be like you to be respected? Is being you the only way to be? Is everything that's not you wrong and of less worthy? Isn't thinking like that the beginning of all evils? Or is it accepting it the beginning of all evils? What is worse? Doing something wrong or tolerating wrong being done? After all, it's not about what someone else does. It's about how we respond. Nobody has to promise me equality or whatever. It's not up to someone to give it to me. I am entitled to it. It is my birthright, and I'm claiming it. For me, the word is not feminism. For me, the word is common sense.